Okay, let's see. Let's talk about uh, what's been things I'm missing. Let's fill in the blanks. Um, children, your children. Do you believe in spanking? I've seen a lot of the children having children generation who are taking care of us right now, and the giving the trophy to all the kids generation. You're all winners generation. Um, yeah, I didn't come from that generation. I spank my kids. Not very much these days. They've learned the hard way. Um, and I came from that generation. I'm a '90s child. Um, and I survived the '90s. Um, don't do drugs generation. Um, Now they're pushing drugs on everybody. Do drugs. They'll save your lives. Yeah, right. I'm in the middle. I'm taking drugs to for the effects of other drugs, if you understand that. I have mixed reviews of medications. So I think there needs to be more research. And I'm kind of tired of the ads on TV on prescription drugs and drugs overall. I think they need to do more research before they say, hey, take this drugs, but this drug might cause death. I think if it causes death, it shouldn't be on TV telling you that you should take it. um, yeah. I think the government needs to get involved in other situations in the economy and shouldn't be in the news for the things they are in the news for. I think media definitely needs to be taxed for the things they are pressing in the news because it's life changing. And what we're seeing in the news these days is very life changing and sad. There's not very much happy news. Maybe the weather. Every once in a while, the Weather Channel shows some great weather and maybe a hot weather person. Um, but like I said, um, we have Donald Trump. You know, yes, he makes a great clown. I would love to play with that hair, and he would probably make a great jail cellmate. Um, he could probably make some great jokes. Um, yeah. Uh, Probably wouldn't want to drop the soap around him. Yeah. But what else could I say? It's been on my mind. What's on your mind? Tell me, people. Say something. It is 3:05 p.m. 10/8/2018, October. It's actually cleared up today. Kind of beautiful day, a little breeze outside. I need to get out today. My children are outside playing after school. Um, I'm just here, still waiting for a point of view. from somebody other than myself, feel like I'm talking to myself, which I literally am. Does that make me bipolar manic depressive? Probably. I see a lot of people do this. So yes. Talk into the camera. Stop looking at the screen. What does this country need? A lame duck president like me. Um, what else do you need to know about me? 6'4", about 350 right now. I could play ping pong against China's leader. I could play basketball with North Korea. I could, not totally sure, what would I do with Putin? Maybe go bowling with Putin. He looks pretty good. What's up?
Hi.
What are you playing? It's on your forehead. You like chalk on your forehead. You can go play? Huh? You go drink some water and lay down for a while. And get a wash rag. Let's see. Let's talk about marriage. How is your marriage doing? I'd like to know how Donald Trump's marriage doing. Right now, mine's a little rough. I've been married for about 13 years now. It's always going to be rough. Hello? Hello? What are you doing? Oh, we're laying in bed. Okay. We'll talk about that later. I got company behind me. You want to come talk to the people? Come here. Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Why don't you go lay in your bed so I can talk? So I don't really. This is adult stuff. You go in the bathroom and wash the stuff off your head.
Okay.
Clean up. Our children. Trying to overprotect our children. I do an okay job. I have a problem with music. I like Eminem so much and Tupac and stuff. I try to keep all the clean stuff as much as possible. I'd probably let them listen to too much of the bad stuff. Tell me, do you have a hard time? I mean, especially with movies. I wish there was televised the movies they put on TV that are clean. I wish there was versions that you could have for homes for your children to watch that were clean, that are adult movies. And let me rephrase that. Adult clean movies. I'm not talking about the special ones with the X's. Yes. I wish there were more children-friendly stuff out there. Music, all the music. There's so much good music out there, but it's not children-friendly. And movies. It was funny because I was in a classroom subbing for a teacher assistant, and they asked me, what should we watch for health? And I was like, well, let's watch some Chuck Norris, like MMA stuff, conditioning and training. And they're like, no, not with these kids. I was in high school. I was like, really, in high school? I'm like, okay. And so we ended up watching the Olympics. And I was like, okay, Olympics. But Olympics, they have boxing, they have all that stuff. But yeah, but I understand. And then we ended up watching X Games. That was kind of cool. But yeah, what do you not allow your children to do today that your parents allowed you to do as a child? What is the difference in today's world that you weren't allowed to do? I mean, there's a lot. I mean, I don't remember car seats. I don't remember a lot of stuff as a child. Um, yeah. Um, the do's and don'ts of today and the do's and don'ts of yesterday. And car seats, I'm realizing, go out of date and they're recycling them. How did they go out of date? Why did they go bad? I mean, are they just improving them? But NASCAR drivers crash one and oops, we got to improve it now. I don't know. Um, are we overprotecting our children of this world? And is that why this world is so scary? Because we're overprotecting the next generation. The next generation is getting scared for their next generation and over again. Um, yeah. Um, every generation is going to have to learn from the last generation. Donald Trump's generation is not a generation I really wanted to learn from. My grandmother's in her 90s, and you know how old Donald Trump is. That's a few years younger than my grandmother. And I think she has a different aspect of life than Donald Trump, and my grandmother's kind of funny. Um, I like to see that generation's point of view of Donald Trump's world. Um, yeah, I like to see the older generation's point of view of Donald Trump's world. Um, Donald Trump is like right before the baby boomers. He might be a really old baby boomer. He's like in his 70s, I believe. Um, and that generation is kind of special. They're right during the very racist generation, still dealing with a lot of racism and still kicking that old can around. 70s. I was born in the 70s, so that tells you anything. My 90s, 80s generation, a little different. Like I told you, I'm very diverse. My dad's born in Indonesia, and my mom's a German American. So I look at the world a lot different than most people. Um, a lot of people look at Jesus as a white male, and I don't believe that. He's from the Middle East, and people need a reality check by that. Don't believe everything you read. Don't believe the pictures you see. It's a picture. And that picture of Jesus is just a picture. And a lot of people want to believe that Jesus was really white. Maybe he was in a cave too long and didn't get enough sun. With my father being Indonesian, and I can tell you this from really good experience. Kind of an islander, has that dark skin in the summer, but living in Oregon, he gets really white during the winter, gets really light, and then gets really dark in the summer. So if you do live in a cave for a while, yeah. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what color Jesus is. That's plain and simple. That's I um and I'm so tired of hearing that story over and over again. And a lot of people worship our president, worship the Pope, worship a lot of people, different people in this world, worship fake gods, I guess. And I don't think you should worship, how I put this politically correct and with good faith, you shouldn't worship fake gods, plain and simple. It's just like you should look at your soul, your own personal beliefs, and believe in yourself, basically. I mean, heck, vote for yourself. I mean, I've done it. Believe in yourself. I mean, if Donald Trump is not who you think he is, why did you vote? I mean, you should have just voted for yourself. Put your own name down. I mean, if you don't believe in what I'm saying, don't vote for me. I mean, vote for yourself. Put your own name down. You never know. You never know. Maybe somebody out there thinks of you and put your name down. Put your own name down. Could happen. I might put Jesus' name down. You never know. It could happen. If you believe in Jesus, put his name down. I believe in Jesus. Heck, I might put Jesus' name down. I mean, how many of you out there would vote for Jesus? Would vote for Jesus? I mean, I've heard the stories. Vote for Jesus. So why not? Let's vote for Jesus. Let's vote for Pedro. Let's vote for Pedro. Why not? Vote for Jesus. Why not? I mean, I'm not a holy roller. I'm just saying, vote for the person you think should run this country. That's another thing I'm having a hard time with. Is America, this country, wants to grow. Why can't everybody vote? Why can't Puerto Rico have one vote? Why can't Cuba have a vote? Why can't Russia have a vote? Why can't China have one vote? Why can't New England, Canada, Mexico have a vote? Why can't they get together and have one vote for our president if we're so big? I mean, think about it. If we gave the rest of the country one vote, rest of the world one vote on who we have, think about it. If we're so big and we want to be everywhere, shouldn't we give everybody else a vote and a voice of who is leading this country? If we want to be everywhere, heck, look what we did in Japan. Shouldn't they have a vote? The Middle East, shouldn't they have a vote? Think about it. Shouldn't all these countries who we are spending money on to defend have a vote on who's running this country? I'm just saying, there's a lot on my mind. You can agree, not agree. I would love to hear from you. I'm just one of those types of people that I don't say a lot in reality in my real life, but I think a lot. Um, and this is a way I decided I would do this. I would just finally get out. I'm tired of Donald Trump and his tweets and his uh, the way it's just gone downhill and crash and boom. And he wants a holy war, a civil war, whatever you want to call it. It's just going to get ugly. And it's 3:22. I don't want to start repeating myself. Um, 10/8/2019. I'm going to go enjoy the day. I hope you do too. Peace, love, joy. Thomas Michael Johannes, the lame duck president someday. Atomic temptation vibration. The flip flop party. Get your reservation. Don't forget the name, Thomas Michael Johannes. Check my Facebook page. Crazy Insane Acorn, the book, hopefully getting published soon next year. Check it out. I'm out. Peace.